The statistics suggest that about 1 in 5 children will experience mental health issues during their childhood or adolescence. We have to recognize that with support and services that these kids can improve, and we see that every day.
I think a lot of our kids would fall through the cracks, and their families would be overwhelmed and completely stressed out if there wasn't someone to help support the family navigate the different systems.
I don't believe any kid's beyond hope. I wouldn't be doing the job I'm doing if I did.
Children and Family Services is a continuum of services for children and families that includes mental health services and family support services. We see children from about ages 3 through sometimes 21 if they're still in school. In the mental health arena, we offer a range of intensity of services. For example, in our school-based mental health program, we have therapists that are embedded in school settings and actually see kids who have mental health needs, but we see them on an outpatient basis.
People are referred to school-based therapy for several different reasons. Many of the kids that we're working with have tremendous trauma in their lives, have experienced a lot of loss, and a wide range of mental health symptoms, anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation, suicidal threats and behavior, so a lot of different issues. Certainly with our work, we see those symptoms dissipate. We want to see improvement in social interaction. We want to obviously see improvement in grades. The school certainly wants improvement in behavior in school and grades, but we certainly want to see improved stability.
We also do more intensive services for kids who are struggling and have more intensive needs. So for example, we provide day treatment services, and that is a daily service where kids come for 3 hours and get both therapy and skills work to help them function better in the environments that they're in.
The focus in the individual therapy is play therapy, because play is children's language and the way that they can depict what's going on in their world, what their concerns are, and it's also a way for them to work through their problems and do some problem solving through that play.
It's a collaborative process. We work with the families, we work with other providers, family therapists, individual therapists, as well as the school, and together we make sure that the client's needs are met and that they feel supported here as well as at school.
We also provide children's mental health targeted case management, and this is a broad service that helps children and adolescents and their families access the kinds of mental health services that they need and then monitor their progress in those services.
Children's targeted case management is people who go out in the community, work with kids and their families. The child has a mental health diagnosis and they're struggling in multiple areas of their daily functioning. So for example, school, home life, community. Case managers go out and meet with the child and the parent to find out what resources in the community might be helpful for the child.
Some of the issues that I encounter when going into a family's home is that the child is not being successful at school. We also see a lot of behavior problems. It could be anything from the family just not having a structured family life environment to the family just being so worn out and tired that they don't even know where to start.
In the family support part of our service continuum, we do a number of things. One is our domestic abuse and anger management services that targets both adults and youth.
The types of clients that we see are men and women who have been court-ordered into domestic violence programming because they have an assault. And then we also see clients for our anger management program. The majority of them are volunteers, or maybe their employer has asked them to get anger management counseling. Maybe a spouse has said, you need to go get some help. And then we have a cognitive behavioral skills group for boys and an emotional healthy group for girls. The kids that come through our group are learning life skills that most of us should have learned when we were growing up.
We also do a program called Parent Support Services.
I spend most of every day in the car. I drive from home to home. I see all of my clients in their homes. A lot of our families wouldn't get services if we weren't mobile and coming to them. it's really important to find out what's on the client's mind first and foremost. I go in with a plan that maybe we're going to work on budgeting today, or we're going to make these phone calls for housing. But if there had been some kind of big event in their life that week, that's what's going to be on their mind, and we need to talk about that and address that first.
Every day I learn something else, whether it be just seeing how a client can find the smallest grain of positivity out of their life, or just a small change that I've been able to help a client make is so rewarding. It's hard to not say that I love my job.